This MMA 30 segment is powered by The Gun Store. Next time you're in Las Vegas, if you want to shoot a real machine gun, do it at The Gun Store at 2900 East Tropicana.
The sport continues to grow, things continue to develop. How does this feel compared to those experiences?
Obviously, as the sport grows, there's more media obligations and, you're more attention to each time. But, I guess people look for me to say something kind of special about it, but realistically, fights. I've never had a fight where, once I get past this one, I got the next one. I don't think you've ever heard any fighter really say that.
Was any disappointment in the fact that, I don't want to say that you backed into it, obviously you've had a lot of wins lately and were the next guy in line, but was there any frustration in the way things happened?
No, zero. Obviously, I hope that, I always think about the sport first. Obviously, the situation with Alistair, but I was glad I was in good enough shape to take the opportunity. I think it would have been a lot worse had Dos Santos also had to be pulled from the card.
Three-time heavyweight champion. Does that mean a lot to you going into this fight?
You know what? It's a thought that I definitely think about, and when my wife brings it up, I kind of nod. That's pretty cool. But it was like one of those things, winning the fight is at the forefront of my mind. Everything afterwards would be stuff I'll think about on Sunday.
So many things have happened to you in your life, not only in the octagon, but off, and people have counted you out. It's got to be gratifying that you're still in the thick of it.
Yeah, it's funny. I constantly, for 10, 11 years now, I've always read that I shouldn't be in the UFC. And I have more wins than the other heavyweight, most submissions. I'm one of the most well-rounded fighters right now. Fighting now for a title again, for the opportunity to be a third time with Randy Couture. If I don't meet the bar, I'm kind of curious who is.
Yeah.
Now, it's nice to put those certificates on the wall, the medal on the mantle, but at the end of the day, if you're improving and you feel good about the quality of work that you're putting out, then you have a happy life. You feel content. You know you're improving. You know you're striving. Not everybody gets the accolades and medals, but they put in the work and they do receive rewards from it. So as far as what I have to do in the sport, I never thought about becoming the most winning heavyweight of all time. One fight after another, one foot in front of the other, and things come to be and they come to fruition. I say that is all of Dos Santos' knockouts happen in the first round. He's a speed puncher. He gains his power because he moves so fast. Speed goes away. You even watch the guys at 125. They're not as quick in the first round as in the fifth round as they were in the first. You slow down. And if he loses a little bit of speed, he's not a large guy. He's not walking around like Carwin and Lesnar, so he doesn't get the power just to throw a 2-inch uppercut and hurt somebody. His power comes from the velocity that he comes forward at. And I have to think that the more we grapple around as the fight wears on, there's a reason why he has no second or third round knockouts that I'm aware of. The only fight that got stopped in the third round was Mirko. Mirko claimed that he got poked in the eye or whatever it may be. All his knockouts come in the first round. If you look at champions and you ask when they're at their streak, of course they look like monsters are unbeatable. And then once they lose, the media sits there and talks about how they were never any good to begin with. And I can't believe the guy ever was there. And how come no one else ever exploited these apparent weaknesses that got him to a title championship? No, I think actually advantage goes to him in that fact that Nogueira's been a couple rounds with me. He's felt me more than one occasion inside the octagon, and he can go to Junior and give him advice, saying, hey, when you do this, I felt this, and there's nothing like first-hand experience of being in the octagon with somebody.
I think some of that advice would be tap if you get in that position.
I hope so. You know what? Honestly, I don't like the fact that Nogueira didn't tap and he got an arm broken. I think he looked very sharp in that fight. I think that it would have made me look better had he tapped and went on and had another win in 2 or 3 months. Let's face it, you're only as good as your competition. If he doesn't fight anymore, if he doesn't fight at a high level, then I beat a guy at the end of his career. He goes and strings out 2 or 3 more wins, how good do I look now? I've never been that guy that thinks that the other guy sucks and I don't have to make myself feel good and go, he sucks, he's no good, I'm going to beat him. I'm like, really? So that's the only way you're going to win is the other guy sucks, he's not very good. I want to say that Junior Dos Santos is awesome. I think his jiu-jitsu, everyone says we haven't seen it, it might be phenomenal, we don't know. And so if I grab him and he doesn't tap, it's going to make me a little upset. I don't want to have to break his arm, but I want to win the fight. I'm sure he doesn't want to have to, put me to sleep, but he's going to throw the punch and he's going to look for my chin. If he doesn't tap, he's 28 years old, he still could come back and do well. He injures himself, he's a great athlete. I don't think that's smart for him. I think that if he gets something, and obviously don't tap to nothing, but if he starts feeling the pressure, come on guys, it's been 10 years. If you don't know what's about to happen by now,